You're listening to the LouddMouth Radio Network.
Diamond Valley Lodge, the one-of-a-kind, unique, exotic dining experience for the whole family. Have dinner with real tigers at Diamond Valley Lodge's 100% safe, unique dinner party experience. Ever dine just feet away from a majestic Bengal tiger? Now you can. A magical evening under the stars with open-air seating in an exotic Zen garden, just feet away from some of the most majestic creatures on the planet, all crown jewels of nature. Dinners are served on Friday and Saturday, brunch on Sunday. Reservation only by calling 855-9-TIGERS or 951-390-2670 or visit diamondvalleylodge.com.
Welcome to LouddMouth Radio Network. My name is Sonny. As a former professional athlete turned entrepreneur realtor and the producer of LouddMouth Radio Network, I look forward to bringing content to you that empowers, inspires, and entertains you. Tune in each week as we have unscripted and unfiltered talks from entrepreneurship, real estate, politics, entertainment, comedy, LGBTQ topics, day-to-day life, and everything in between. All shows available on demand 24/7 on your favorite podcast platforms. San Jacinto, Temecula Valley areas, and throughout the Inland Empire. Are you looking to become a homeowner in 2024? Register today for the New Home in the New Year seminar hosted by Sold by Sonny. Let's get you from rental to homeowner in the new year. Get the latest insight of down payment assistance programs, whether you purchased a home before or purchasing for the first time. We want to make sure you're provided with the necessary information needed for you to buy your new home in 2024. Look forward to seeing you there. All right, so we are live in LouddMouth Radio Studios, and I have a very special guest, Miss Samantha Potter.
Hi, Sonny.
How are you of Diamond Valley Lodge? I am so happy to see you. Happy New Year.
Same to you. Happy New Year. And to all your listeners, Happy New Year.
Yes, it is. We were talking before we went on air and said, you know what? Last year was a little crazy, but if you're here to be here during this new year, it's a good year, right?
It's going to be a good year.
It is. Yeah. Already, I can feel it. It's in the air. Whatever anybody says, if it's not positive, just don't listen to it.
Exactly.
I think for the most part, what I want to do is give you an opportunity to officially introduce yourself and, introduce your business, which is Diamond Valley Lodge Weddings and Events. I want to make sure I get it off because I'll be quick to cut somebody's stuff off and be like, wait a minute, did I not say all of that? So I want to definitely give you the floor so that we can just chime right in because this is such a very interesting business that you have, and I am so captivated. I remember when I first was introduced to it, and I was like, wait a minute, is that what I think I just saw walk past? Okay. So, and for those who don't believe me, there are videos that are real takes of her location. So Samantha, I love your accent. So
Thank you.
You already know what this is going to be. I'm going to be asking some wonderful things, and she's just smiling at me, and it just makes it easier for me to ask. She's like, oh my God, I victimized myself. You did. You came willingly.
I did.
You came willingly. Okay. So Samantha, if you would, tell us where you're from. And, a little bit of background about yourself and how we got to this beautiful propertiered position that you're in.
Wow. It's a bit of a long story, but I'll start from the beginning as to how I got into big cats. Okay. So back in the day, I was barely a teenager. Okay. And
you have to share our audience. You have to tell us where you're from. Let's start there.
Yes.
She's excited, guys. There. Can you hear? She's already excited.
I am from Manchester, England.
Yes. For the Manchester United fans around the world.
Woo! Yes. Man U.
Yes.
So yes, that's where I'm from. And I came over actually in 1984 to do a music video because I'm also a ballroom dancer. I'm a professional ballroom dancer.
This is the wonderful things.
Yeah.
I love layered people. Oh, I am so intrigued. I'm right here. Go.
Yes.
Tell us more.
So I came over in 84 to actually do a music video
Okay.
with the one and only Michael Jackson.
Wow.
And I was a dancer in the Thriller video.
Ow. Oh.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And I'd always wanted to come to America. So
This is wonderful.
So that's what brought me here. But
Get
just
out.
backtracking with the big cat situation.
Yes.
I was barely a teenager, and down the road from where I lived, there was a gentleman who had an estate. And he used to take in retired circus animals. And I would go to his gate every day and beg to volunteer.
Wow.
And he would say, no, you're too young. I was probably about 13.
I knew you were going to tell me in that ripe age.
And he's like, no, you're too young. So I said, no, I can do it. So anyway, every day I'd show up until I think he just got tired of me and he said, okay, come on in. He said, but you got to stick with my guy and don't do anything you shouldn't do.
I hope you were listening.
Well, that was kind of difficult after a while, but I ended up staying with him for years, just volunteering.
Wow.
And I worked my way up. I gained knowledge and experience with the big cats, and because that was my passion. And then when I moved here, I continued that passion, and I met a woman called Jan Giacinto. She was out of Tarzana.
Wait a minute. Say her name again.
Jan Giacinto.
Oh, I love her name.
Yeah,
It
I
sounds
know.
like a city.
Yeah.
She sounds like a municipality.
You know, she was as big as a city, let me tell
Oh
you.
my
She had a big
gosh.
personality.
I can believe it.
And she actually supplied all of Vegas with their big cats.
See,
so-
she's a show in itself.
Yeah,
I could
she
tell.
was.
She has a name that
Yes.
just stands out.
And every time you went to a home, she would open her door, she'd have a big muumuu on, and she'd have a cheetah thrown over her shoulder, and she'd have big bouffant hair. That
Oh my
was
God.
Jan.
Oh my
Just
God. I
salt
can
of the
see
earth.
it. I can
Just
see it.
yeah, she was just a fantastic woman. Anyway, I went to a regular cat show, kitty cats, and it was in Anaheim, and that's where I met Jan. And then she had this album in her booth, and I was flicking through it, and it had all these big cats, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. These are not what you have here. So what's going on here?
Right.
And she said, oh, yeah, I also do big cats. So I'm like, oh, my gosh.
What
I'd
is the
love
irony?
to. Yes, exactly. I would love to get into this. And she said, okay, we'll start you with a bobcat. She said, if you can handle a bobcat, you can handle a tiger.
Like, what you mean handle it? Like, handle it.
Yeah, just raise it and, take care of it and be with it, right?
Now, this was one of her animals?
No.
Oh.
She would acquire a bobcat.
Okay.
And
But Samantha, I have to ask this question. So, I've had a dog, and I had a kitten, in high school growing up. But I like, where do you just go shopping for a bobcat? I just I'm not
you
sure
don't.
you can just.
Yes, you don't really go shopping for one.
Oh my God.
But meeting Jan was just an absolute blessing for me.
Yes.
Because that's what started my journey here in the big cat world.
Okay.
So I went from a bobcat to lynx to lions to tigers.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I love it.
And yes.
And these are their kitten cubs. They're small.
Well, yeah, we
baby.
start out as cubs, and then they
Right.
get to full grown 500, 600, 700-pound kitty
And you
cats.
just keep
Yeah.
them going.
Yeah.
Now, when they're if you get them at that age, they're able to be groomed into almost a domesticated.
No,
No,
not. They will never be domesticated. That's not what we do. They are still wild at heart. That's what they'll always be. But it's the respect and trust
Okay.
that you build with them from day one. They know who the master is.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that they're not going to just test those limits.
Right.
But
Because I was already like,
yeah, but the thing about them is that you spend a lot of time and a lot of respect, and you just build that daily, hour by hour.
I'm just nervous. The very thought of how such a that's a huge responsibility. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you have to be more tamed than that animal.
Yeah.
And the mindset that you can't forget that he is going to remain in his element. Like you're saying, his natural element.
Yep.
So even in the midst of that, you still have to respect the space with the animal. You know what I mean?
And because you work with them so much, you get to know their every move and their personality, just like children. So if they wake up and they don't feel too good that day, then you know what you can and cannot do with them, you know, and you choose. You make a choice. You don't push the issue. And that's why we've been so successful in bringing us to the present day. So I was working on weddings, which is what I am at Diamond Valley Lodge. I am the director of weddings and events. So I have done weddings in the Temecula Valley for about 25 years.
Okay.
And one day I got a phone call from a gentleman called Robert Curtis.
Okay.
And I thought at first I was being punked because he says, hey, I've got this idea. I want to open a wedding venue. And I'm like, yeah, you and thousands of others, right? He goes, no, but mine's different. I'm like, okay, so what you got? And he said, well, I have tigers. And I went, what? Now, this was a cold call that I got one afternoon, okay?
How in the world? Samantha, are you just a cat magnet?
Yeah, so it gets even more freaky. So
That's crazy.
I listened and I thought, no, there must be something out there that's connecting me with weddings and big cats and something in my history. And I feel like I'm being punked, right?
I can only imagine.
Okay. So I was almost hanging up.
Okay.
And I listened to this guy and I said, okay. I said, yeah, you may be onto something. He says, do you want to come and meet my girls? That's what he called them. And I said, absolutely.
He didn't hesitate.
No, I did not. He goes, why don't you come tomorrow?
Don't tickle my fancy.
Exactly. And so
oh
he said, come tomorrow. I said, I'll be right there. So I ended up going to meet Lily and Blue, which are our two ambassadors now.
That's so cool.
And they were... And
how long has this been since that initial point of contact?
It's been a 7-year project.
Wow.
7-year project.
Wow.
So I met Lily and Blue initially. And that's what started my relationship with Rob Curtis, Diamond Valley Lodge. It's been an up and down ride, but the ironic thing where I said it was going to get a little freakier is Rob also started with Jan.
Come on. So did he find out about you through her?
No.
Or he just
because Jan passed a long time ago.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Jan passed a long time ago before we even met. So
how does that happen?
Yeah.
The universe is crazy
serendipity.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in this call, I had found out that he started with Jan. We had this thing in common. It was like mind-blowing because he was a magician. And that's how he acquired his first cat, was through Jan and being a magician and blah, blah, blah.
That's crazy.
And I was like...
So he was a magician.
Yeah.
He had... So where was he housing them prior to you moving them into Diamond Valley? Were they in another
We had a training facility
okay,
in Lake Matthews.
Okay.
And
which is like that backside of Corona and between Temecula, Corona, and coming out this way.
Yeah, by Gavilan Hills, Paris, right around
that back
there.
Part,
Yeah, so we were in there. We had a 5-acre training facility, and that's where we housed Lily and Blue.
Right.
And we always knew that what we were going to do was this project. But again, it took 7 years in the making. And we finally found this location in Sage.
Okay.
And it was, it is 140 acres.
I was going to ask you that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And we didn't want that much land at all. And
that's like your own nature preserve.
Yeah, but somebody said, no, you have to come look at it. I think it's perfect. And we went to look at it and we're like, wow, you're right. So we couldn't pass it up. We actually got our keys 2 weeks before COVID hit.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So this is like very current. Wow.
Yes.
Now, did you guys buy that property over there?
Yes.
Smart.
So
oh my gosh.
we, at that time, because we had Lily and Blue, and we were on a mission. We're very big into conservation, preservation.
Yes.
And we believe through education, people can learn more about conservation.
Yes.
And so we said, well, there's nothing else to do. We have to sell everything to move forward, which is what we did.
Leverage. You have to leverage yourself. I'm a realtor, so honey, I understand. I'm a licensed agent. I get it.
Yeah. So that's what we did. We had no choice because the actual facility that was their training facility was also being sold due to COVID.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you know what? Everything was conspiring in your favor, though. So
it was a rough time, but yeah.
I can imagine, because the transition probably was, even though we say 7 years, it probably was moving a lot quicker than you could probably breathe.
At times, yes, at times.
And pensive in regards to the unknown aspect.
And,
but, there was a lot of disruption. And even after COVID, people were dealing with the push out or the relocating or adjusting overall. So with that happening, you guys got it right before COVID, but you guys weren't ready to operate until when?
We had to sit there for 2 years.
Oh, man.
And in that meantime, we had to build all the enclosures, which cost 4 times as much money.
Wow. So the timing of COVID did help from the sense of development on the grounds to a degree.
Yeah, to a degree. Yeah. It helped us get into a property. But then to sit there for 2 years was kind of hard. It was very hard. And then once we got enclosures built and we could see the light at the end of the tunnel, we started to put all our other pieces together. And then Sage and Zara came along, and those are our other 2 tigers. So we have Lily and Blue, which are our ambassadors. They are 7 years old. Lily weighs 550 pounds. Blue weighs 500 approximately. Wow. And then Sage and Zara, we still call our babies. They are about 4 years old, and they still have baby brains. So they love to just run around and play and chase each other, and they love meeting people.
Oh, and how old equivalently are they? So you know how like your domestic dogs or cats are like 7 year to a human, but like rational, we don't have to multiply, but just roughly how many years would you say that they are the babies?
I really wouldn't know. I never know how to do that combination.
What are their lifespans?
So in the care of man, which is what we call it, they can live anywhere from 18 to 21 years.
Okay.
If they were out in the wild, you're looking at 5 to 7.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's a lot of different factors. The biggest one are poachers.
Yes.
Which is why we're so heavy into conservation, because they're still on the endangered list. We have Bengal tigers. There are less than 4,000 on the planet.
Wow.
And so we have 2 royal white tigers.
Now, do you have the capability to mate them?
No, you cannot mate here in California. You cannot breed.
Oh.
We can have as many as we like. We can have whatever we like, but we cannot breed.
Okay.
It's just part of that red tape.
So you have to import them.
You have to import in. We work with other breeding facilities in other states.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have to abide by the same rules as any zoo ADA facility.
I can imagine that.
Yeah.
Now, is your facility family friendly? What is the criteria? Yes. So share about.
Yes.
This is so interesting, guys. I hope you guys are listening. This is like amazing to even expound on this and
who would have thought it's right crazy. Here in Hemet and Sage? Yes, I know.
But you know what I tell people, and see this conversation I have from a development real estate perspective, and I'm like, you guys don't forget that there's going to be this time when you're going to hear me say, remember when Hemet and San Jacinto and all of these little surrounding areas was this? And I've been saying this for some time since I've become more aware of the area, that there's a growth factor that's happening. And but it's such a unique space.
Yes.
In the surroundings, you have the mountains of Idlewild.
Oh,
that
it's
in
beautiful.
The area. You know, like with your facility is able to give and provide. You're on the back end of the wineries coming into this area, so it's like another little valley that. You know, a lot of people are really high strong about the Temecula Valley area because it's wineries. You got Old Town, but Hemet and San Jacinto, in this area, there's this different capacity of mixtures that are coming in, and culturally, it just fuses like a pot, like a real melting pot. Yeah, and you know, that's you don't see places like this.
No, we are one of a kind experience.
Very much.
And today, that's what it's about. It's about experiences. How many experiences can you now have in your life as opposed to material things?
That's
because we all have what we need.
Right, we really do. So, I say that, and people looking like, well, man, of course you may want different things.
Of course.
But our needs are, and so something like this, you can't, it's not a trip to the mall and, you know, or Amazon deliver, you know, it's not... Where you want this Bengal? Where you want me to drop this tiger at? You got a nice Porsche, but I don't think you can.
That's right. That's right.
So for you, how this has to be surreal that your life has unfolded. I know you left a big gap in there because she said, "Oh yeah, I was dancing Michael Jackson. I was in Thriller," and then she went straight to the Cats, and I was like, "What just happened?"
Yeah,
like I want to know what was. But Samantha, you're such a fascinating person.
Thank you.
Your story is amazing, but you know what? You're uniquely made for this unique experience. You know that, right?
I think so. Yeah.
And there's no other explanation.
No.
It's just that we get to be in awe of it. That's what happens here.
Aww.
And there's this process of understanding that to be able to unite man and animal
and beast,
you know, they're not little. Of the cats of that size, and you know, like. Most people would never make it to Africa to a safari.
No, unfortunately not.
Let's be honest. So if you can't necessarily subsidize an experience like that, but you're looking for an amazing date.
Yeah.
Let's talk about.
Yes. And talking about dates, I mean, February is coming up pretty quickly.
Yes.
So we are planning. The lovers. We are planning for our Valentine dinner on February 10th.
Yes.
And email blasts will go out. It's going to be all over our Facebook.
Bit about that. What is that going to consist of?
So it will be champagne on arrival.
On arrival. Okay.
Our champagne is colored, it's flavored, it's delicious.
Okay.
And there's a little presentation. You get walked down to your table in a garden right in front of our tiger habitat. Okay. We have a little showpiece that humans do in the beginning. The animals are not included in that.
Okay.
And
so basically, when people are dining, they're surrounded by the enclosures.
Yes.
Hi, this is Cindy Lemke from the Hemet San Jacinto Valley Chamber of Commerce, and I'm here to invite you to learn more about the Chamber. We have networks ongoing, so you can join us at a breakfast at J&M Restaurant at 9 a.m. every Wednesday. Breakfast is on you, networking is on us. And then we have Women in Business, we have the Multicultural Network, and we have the Valley Nonprofit Network. And then we also have our monthly mixer. Any one of those things, you can be my guest. Give me a call at the office for more information or tell me you're coming. 951-658-3211, or you can check us out on the website, hsjvc.com. That's like Hemet San Jacinto Valley Chamber.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day, and don't forget to join the Chamber and help your business grow.
San Jacinto and Temecula Valley areas and throughout the Inland Empire. Are you looking to become a homeowner in 2024? Register today for the New Home in the New Year seminar hosted by Sonny. Let's get you from rental to homeowner in the new year. Get the latest insight of down payment assistance programs, whether you purchased a home before or purchasing for the first time. We want to make sure you're provided with the necessary information needed for you to buy your new home in 2024. Look forward to seeing you there. You're listening to the LouddMouth Radio Network. Hey, LouddMouth Radio listeners. I hope you're enjoying this interview as much as I enjoy having it. Samantha, the crew at the Diamond Valley Lodge, is doing something unreal and just something unimaginable. So you have to check it out for yourself. And here's how you can make this very, very special Valentine's weekend work for you and your loved one. Saturday, February 10th. Diamond Valley Lodge is hosting a wonderful celebration opportunity for you to have Valentine's dinner, a 3-course meal with champagne on arrival, rose for your beloved, and you also get to have this dinner experience with the cats, Sage and Zara. You also get the opportunity to have a real experience. There's actually 2 in this situation. To bottle feed and extreme feed the cats while you're having dinner. This special promotion is $350 for the couple, and this is a $470 value, so you do not want to miss this opportunity to do something spectacular. You want to wow your loved one, bring this to something so prestigiously memorable that they just will not be able to stop talking about it. Now, the way you want to go ahead and get your reservation in is only by redeemability of making a phone call, 855-9-TIGERS. So I'm going to spell out that number, 855-984-4377. Give them a call. Let them know that you heard this on LouddMouth Radio Network and you want to put your Valentine's reservation in. Don't wait too late. Do it today. Diamond Valley Lodge Weddings and Events in Sage Road, 31220 Sage Road, Hemet, California, 92543. Oh, yeah. Because I ain't gonna lie, Samantha. When we first made connection, and I knew you were gonna come, and I said, now, I don't know how comfortable I'm gonna feel about walking freely. I was like, I got courage, but I don't think I got that much courage.
Yes, people do think they're wandering on the property, but no, they're not. They are in enclosures. I
was like, they're a little risky over there in Diamond Valley.
Yeah, I know, right? But our enclosures, they're amazing. They're called enclosures. We don't have one cage on property. There's a big difference between an enclosure and a cage. An enclosure is an open top. Mm-hmm. They can see the moon, the stars. They can feel the sun. It's more open air. Mm-hmm. They have...
How tall? I know they have to
They're about 14 feet tall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know tigers got some leaping ability. So
actually, they don't.
They're kind of heavy.
They're very bottom heavy.
Right.
So they're not climbers at all.
They're not like cheetahs or something. So
no.
Thank you, God. Now, you tell me you got some cheetahs, I might be like, you know what? I'm going to have a rain check today.
Exactly. But no, the enclosures are beautiful. They're all black chain link. So we spent extra money to get those. And then they've got tons of space. So our smallest enclosure is 6,000 square feet.
So even the tigers are having a luxury life.
Oh,
and you're extending their lifespans by bringing them into a space like that.
Yes. So they have anywhere from 6,000 to 10,000 square feet to roam in. They have pools, they have misters, they have water fountains, they have toys, they have... Their treats get brought on a silver tray. Mine don't even do that.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't get treats on a silver tray. Yeah, they're very spoiled.
I might have a plastic, the ones that that look like silver. I might have one around here.
Right? I know.
Oh my gosh. Well, I did give you a water. You thirsty in your throat? You can have a sip.
Yeah, okay.
Guys, you guys hear this? This is amazing. I think that for many people, that is so many people that come to California for tourism, and people are always looking for excursions and things of that nature. This is something to add to the list.
Oh, absolutely.
So most people, they'll come into the winery, come into the area for the winery, but are you even aware that you can actually dine with the tigers?
A lot of people still, even in Hemet, do not know we're here.
Yes.
And we're trying to get the word out. Mm-hmm. Obviously opening in a very questionable time.
Yes.
It has been a struggle. So we don't have the marketing budget that, we would love to have. But we know it will come.
Right.
But word of mouth has been our best form of advertising so far.
Okay. So when did you officially open? Like when did you guys get open?
2021.
Okay.
Yep.
So
2021.
2 years going on 3 now.
Yep.
Okay.
And again, our object was always to do weddings.
Now there's lodging. Basically, are people able to actually stay on the premises? Do you have?
There is no lodging as of yet.
Okay.
It is in the plans.
Okay.
Which is why lodging is in the name.
Okay.
But we don't have it just yet.
Okay.
But
everything takes time.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Just as far as what you guys have already been able to accomplish is a mighty feat. So I can only imagine.
We think so.
Now the event space, is there a like for groups? Is there enough space for grouping?
Yes.
How much square footage can you accommodate?
So in where our garden is in front of the habitat, there is actually 20,000 square feet of event space.
Nice. You only got 100 acres. I was just curious.
Right. So,
can I have like 2?
No. So we kind of cut down that event space because for what we're doing right now with the dinners, we want to make it more romantic and intimate.
Yes.
So we cut down that space. But again, the plan is to develop that garden into a wedding garden where you have the tigers in their habitat as your backdrop.
Very nice.
Which you will not find anywhere. We are one of a kind.
Absolutely. I'm so excited because I have some things I got to share with you when we're offline. I'm not going to say online because I don't want everybody to hear it, right? They so nosy. Y'all nosy. But literally, I'm already excited. Like my heart is just going like, oh my God, this is great. This is great. This is great. I mean, it really is great. I don't have to create that real response. Like something like this is just phenomenal. It's not just amazing. It's phenomenal. And it's not a common thing.
No.
So for those who have, you're trying to find things to do. Valentine's Day. So what can you capacitate for Valentine's Day? Let's go back
there. So, as far as I'm concerned, you just keep calling, I'll keep booking.
Okay.
So I don't have a stopgap as to when I'll stop taking reservations.
Okay. And what about food? Because I like to eat. So, like, what about your cuisine?
The cuisine is actually made on premises for the brunches and the dinners.
Okay,
for the dinners, we are serving Indian food because of the heritage of the Bengal tiger.
Oh, nice.
So, all of the recipes have come straight out of Bengali. And right now, we're doing a korma chicken over basmati rice. And you start actually with a Indian spice bread dip, crusty bread.
I like that.
It's like an oil-based.
It just ties in nicely.
It's absolutely delicious.
Thing.
For people who don't eat Indian, have never eaten Indian food.
Right. It's a good introduction, I'm sure.
It's like, oh my gosh, I don't know whether I'm going to like that. But trust me, you will love it.
Yes.
And for a lot of sometimes other laymen, I'll just say it's just chicken and sauce. That's all it is. It's very mild. And I've even had children clean plates.
Nice. So we did speak on the fact that it is a family environment availability.
Is.
So I'm sure your kids the experience, I can imagine them going to school the next day and saying, guess what I did this weekend with my parents?
We have pictures of kids doing extreme feeds where we put a piece of beef on the end of a big bamboo skewer. Rob will help you guide it through the fence line. And the kids are just enamored when that tiger goes up on their hind legs. And they're as close to that fuzzy furry belly as they'll ever be. These tigers are about 7 or 8 feet. So to a kid, that's like massive.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not even a kid. I'm like, can I do it?
Yeah. Last year we did a birthday party for a 4-year-old, 5-year-old. Oh my gosh. I don't know who was more excited, the tigers or the kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now have you guys had a, like any type of massive, because people can have a booked private event.
Yes, they can.
Okay. Because you have general public admissions.
Yes.
And you do things based on reservations.
We do. It's reservation only. You can go on Eventbrite and do it through there. Or you can save that booking fee and just do it direct through the office number.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
And accessibility, days of operation for...
We do
Dine.
dinners Friday, Saturday, and then we do brunches on Sunday.
Okay. And what are your hours for the Sunday brunch?
Right. For Sunday brunch, 11 a.m. is check-in, or 10:30, 10:45.
Okay.
Presentation starts about 11.
Okay.
And then we kind of go on from there. And all in all, it's about a 2-hour plus experience.
Nice. I was going to ask that. Even for
Yeah.
dinner, about the same?
Yep.
Okay. That is wonderful. So if you have a group event, is this something accessible for the week, or is it always pretty much weekends?
No, if you have a certain size group, we can open it up any day. We're very
Okay.
easy to accommodate people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So you have to share social media website. How can they find and see what you're talking about?
So our Facebook page is Diamond Valley Lodge.
Yes.
We also have an Instagram.
Okay.
Our website is diamondvalleylodge.com.
Okay.
And you'll find all the information accessible on all of those avenues.
Okay.
And then, like I say, the website will direct you through Eventbrite.
Okay.
But your best bet is to just call the office. You'll save money.
Wonderful. Samantha, thank you so much.
And actually, for all of your
Don't
listeners...
Don't hold it back.
I
Give it to
won't.
me.
I'll give it to you. For all of your listeners, we
Yes.
will give a double experience. So what that means is, if you were to purchase dinner
Okay.
and one experience. Now, one experience could either be the extreme feed that I discussed.
Oh, yes.
Or-
share that.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't realize there was like a separation of
Experiences.
Yes.
Yes.
So speak on that if you would.
So
little
the
bit.
extreme feed is,
Okay.
like I mentioned before, we put a piece of beef on the end of a big bamboo skewer. Rob will help you guide it through the fence line.
Okay.
And
And this is not a petting zoo, people.
no, absolutely
Okay.
not.
Okay.
You are behind two protective barriers with a 4-foot distance, which
Okay.
is regulation.
Okay. Good.
And so that's the extreme feed. The bottle feeding is just how it sounds. You're squirting goat milk
Oh.
from the bottle
Okay.
into the fence line. And trust me, it's one of their favorite things. They love it. They'll find it.
Get out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So is it a choice of one of the experiences?
Well,
or
you-
you can add it. It's an add-on?
Yes,
Okay.
you can actually do 2 experiences with a dinner.
Okay.
It's just going to cost you $235 per person.
Okay.
Now, if you do one experience, it's $165 per person.
Okay.
What I'm doing for your viewers is I will do dinner.
And our listeners.
Yes.
If
yes,
viewers and our
sorry.
listeners. No,
yes.
that's okay. I got you.
I will do dinner with one experience of your choice, either
Okay.
the extreme or the bottle, but I will
Okay.
give you the other one for free.
Oh, nice. So you
Yes.
you buy one, you're getting one.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So primarily, if a couple is making these arrangements, they're looking at about $240 for
A standard dinner is $95 per person.
Okay.
But that's without the experience.
that's without the experience.
Yes.
Okay. So if they were just so on average like $250
Yeah.
for an experience.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
If you do the experience, it also comes with other things like the champagne on arrival,
Okay.
the front row table, small gift at your table setting, and then your experience. So you do
Nice.
get other little bits and pieces with it.
I love it.
Yeah. And everything's homemade.
I love it. So guys, you know what? It's just a wonderful thing to be able to connect. This is part of the part that I can't even put it into words sometimes, that to have the ability to meet someone that has so much ingenuity or just this drive to do something so unique and clear. You're very clear on your mission and what you're doing. And I think it's wonderful that people get to share something that is passionate for you. And they can actually enjoy the product or service. In this case, there's a combination of the two.
Yes.
That will probably be something you would never, ever have else in your lifetime. No. And so by far, this is what's wonderful about the basis as a network and as a brand. And I'm excited about sharing some things with you that I feel like this is why, for one, this type of series actually exists, so that people can understand more about some of these businesses that are out here, how much heart, soul, fearlessness, the things that it takes to even show up and do this, the sacrifice, the level of understanding. And a lot of times people don't even understand how you can even sensibly be polite.
Yeah.
in the course of your day, because you're doing a lot, you're carrying a lot, you're doing a lot, you have a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
And in your case, there's something so substantial here. There's a lot on the line. You're caring for animals that you're then taking them and providing a form of entertainment and interaction, and it's a life experience because. You know, like as you were talking, it made me think about how people will take their families to medieval times or stuff like that and have the dining experience, and you're seeing the job. And so, you know, it's like a great spin on this exotic, erotic.
Yep.
And it feels and see, I haven't been on property, but I've been past. I've hit that back road going up Sage Road. So I'm like, there's Samantha right there. So I'm going to be coming soon. But I can only imagine when you get there, just like Catalina Island is right here on the coast of California. But when you get on the island, you feel like you're in Italy.
See,
so
that's
I can
the
imagine,
thing.
You know, on your grounds.
You're transported to a different place, which is what our mission always was.
Yes.
So you're kind of greeted with these handmade umbrellas that we had made for us in Bali. There is a mango wood Buddha that is in a walkway that you have to walk past.
Samantha, you trying to make me just... I'm going to follow you out the door. She said a Buddha. You know, my nickname sometimes is Tiny Buddha. I love Buddhas. I'm sorry.
There you go. Well, this one is big.
Huge.
And
no Buddha's really tiny, but you know.
No. But you just feel like you're in a whole different place.
Yes, I
you
can
just
imagine.
don't feel like you're in Sage. And
yes.
you look up and the stars are in the sky. It's a full moon.
Especially
and
in a clear night.
It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
And, you know, might I just add, when we talk about the experiences and the entertainment, the tigers maybe the entertainment, but in a very organic way.
Yes.
So they're doing what they love to do.
But it's in awe.
They're being themselves.
Yes.
Which people just love because they love them chasing each other.
Now, is it so their enclosures are situated to where you're going to see them. You're
going to be 4 feet away when you're at that fence line.
Okay. So in other words, you know how like sometimes I haven't been there, but if somebody's coming for dinner and they're wanting, even if they don't do one of the experiences, they'll still see them.
Absolutely.
Moving around. And
they can still go up to that fence line. They can still be that close to them, take pictures, put it on social media. They can still do all of that.
That's wonderful.
You know, we don't leave anybody out in that respect.
That's wonderful.
All of the experience, might I add, that people purchase goes back to our conservation.
Oh, I can imagine.
So, you know,
you have a large commodity there.
Yes.
Man. This is not for the faint of heart, and for many, I'm going to encourage you guys. I'm just extremely grateful that you made the decision to become a part of LouddMouth Network and the decision to come on the radio show and talk about your business. And you know, we're about empowering, inspiring, and entertaining. So it just coincides nicely.
That's great.
And you guys, you're going to stay tuned because I'm already know. I got Samantha's like leaving, but she don't know I ain't going to let her go. She don't know what's going to happen yet. But it's just, you know what, but it's divine order. And for you, your life has been that. And my life has been there. The universe and the higher power has always been something more than I could ever explain. And when you understand the magnitude of that, these moments and these experiences, they just become joyful because you know that there's a bigger picture other than this moment.
Yeah.
And so I'm encouraging people.
You know, it's so funny that you say that, and it's just with all the struggles that we have had doing this and during this and the fights we've had to fight, that we've always come out on top. But it does, what you just said just brings me back present to what it is we're really doing.
Yes. And that is all worth it.
Yeah.
Even when it feels like I'm strangling, there's a chokehold, and One of the things that I've always been big about when I have guests that come on and they're entrepreneurs, I say, listen, this is a free platform to talk, and you can speak freely. Don't sugarcoat anything, because entrepreneurs are a different type of person, and seriously, and it's not what it looks like.
No,
and you have to have faith beyond sometimes before you higher than your own understanding. Moments when you feel like you want to give up and you think that things are not working in your favor, and then something will come along and spark a life back into it and say, no, this is right there. You're right in alignment. It may not feel like it, may not look like it, but you are. And you just keep on, and it just helps you to keep pushing forward and propelling in your journey.
Very true.
And I just feel like your business idea in the capacity in which you formulate it is way greater than the aspect of even the marketing information, the description of it. People are going to have their own unique understanding about how amazing our world is by seeing something like that. It's not a simple thing to explain. That I know that they have to experience it, and to be able to be there and do it is something that I think that you should, one, give yourself, two, give another person.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's what's amazing about the Valley. The hot air balloons and stuff that are going up. So I can imagine you're on 140 acres. So when they go up, I'm sure they're probably looking down on some of your land. So there's just so many tremendous things that is right here in the Valley. And Samantha and Robert, guys, thank you for making this decision, trusting one another, trusting the process. The baby tigers, I'm going to send them some love from afar, because they're not going to bite me. Because I know I look like a good victual, and I don't want them to be like, oh, come here, little chunky. No.
As long as you got beef or milk, you're just fine.
I'll be safe.
Yeah.
But Samantha, I thank you so much for taking the time. And then we just kind of got into so many realms. Did you share your social media? We need to give them the website.
Yes, it's DiamondValleyLodge.com.
Okay.
Diamond Valley Lodge for our Facebook and Instagram.
Wonderful. Now, the Dinner with Tigers, is this is this a site for them to book? DinnerWithTigers.com?
You can go to DinnerWithTigers.com, or you could go to Diamond Valley Lodge. Either one will get you to the same place.
Wonderful.
And again, if you'll see the Eventbrite link, but again, if you call the office direct, you will save money. And again, remember, listeners, my little deal for you.
LouddMouth Radio Network.
Right, that's right. Woohoo.
Yes.
So buy a dinner and an experience, you get an experience for free.
I love it. So guys, take advantage of this opportunity. And are you guys open throughout the entire course of the year?
Yes. Right now we are. Like I say, obviously weather's a big factor for us because we're outdoors. So it has been rough lately.
So even from the dining perspective, you're not in the covering.
No.
Yeah.
We have a sunshade, but it's not enough for rain.
That's not enough.
No.
Right. And that's, it's funny we're seeing rain in California. Yeah, but it does happen. We needed it.
Yes.
But it's not long lasting.
No.
So as far as how early is dinner on Friday, Saturday?
So during our winter time right now, and winter time will go through till about mid to late March.
Okay.
So our check-in time is 5:30 to 5:45. So that's the first time that you need to remember. And then after that, your experience just flows.
Nice.
In the summer, you would check in at 6:30 to 6:45. So a little bit different, a little bit later, because we have that. Yeah, we have that nice light evenings.
So you kind of get in the sunset experience. Okay,
exactly.
Very nice. I love it. Okay. You guys covered a lot and thought about a lot, and I'm praying for you guys. I know you guys are going to do wonderful.
Thank you.
You guys are here for a reason.
We are.
And you're going to be extremely successful. You're a part of our network, and we got some things that we're going to bring forth. And so I'm encouraging all our listeners and those who may have never, ever heard of this establishment to check it out. If you're coming into the state of California, which happens constantly throughout the year, there's millions of people that come into the state of California. A lot of those who understand that Temecula is in the forefront of the Southern California experience. This is something that is definitely worth adding to your itinerary. And I'm just so grateful that you're able to do this. So we appreciate you being a part of this community and doing what you guys do. So thank you so much, Samantha, for coming in.
Thank you very much for having me, Sonny. It's been wonderful.
Thank you. All right, guys. So if you have any questions for the Diamond Valley Lodge team, make sure you reach out to them. They are more than wonderful to be able to answer your questions. And I see there's this wonderful flyer that you're giving me, Samantha, about people signing up for news and updates. So you need to get on their email list.
Yes.
So there's a possibility you might win a dinner for two.
Yes,
so,
there's that possibility too. We're always doing little giveaways.
Yes.
But you can call at 1-855-9-TIGERS.
Nice.
Or 951-390-2670.
Perfect. All right, guys. You heard it here. You heard it right now, live on LouddMouth Radio. Make sure you guys check this out. Diamond Valley Lodge Weddings and Events. Thank you guys for listening.